Hey. Good afternoon. It is Saturday, January 7th. I had another night where I didn't have a great night's sleep. It's like the second time in less than a week. A little concerning. Though, instead of just getting up when planned, I took like an extra few hours and did manage to at least get through a full night's sleep. So I feel better than last weekend. Hopeful for that. Though it meant I didn't like wake up until like 9:30. Which might for some people be like a normal wake up time on a Saturday morning, but it's wasting time. And also, it took me a while just mentally to get up and get going. So at this point, it's like almost 12:30. Family shows up for D&D in like an hour. I still need to like move furniture into place and such. I did get my mom's character leveled up, so I'm prepared for that. And I've done some like cleaning up of things and such like that. I looked at my notes from last session, and I don't really have anything to prepare anyways, which is good and bad. Like, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of time to do preparing, so I'm glad I don't have much that I need to do. But it also means that hopefully I am awake enough mentally to just improvise, because that's what I will be doing today. Because they kind of left things at the, well, what are we gonna do kind of point. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, so it's all improv for me. But I'll at least get like the room pulled together and such. And I got distracted with, paying bills and such, and I look at the clock and I'm like, oh, I now have a half hour until we're supposed to be starting. Right? So, just gonna get things pulled together now, I guess, because I don't have time to do much else. I gotta get this camera, put it on the tripod. So I don't know how I express it, but the way that I managed to line everything up properly is I use this camera, and I have an image where it like draws like where the outline of the table's supposed to be, and where the outline of the shelves and the door frame is supposed to be. It's all mirrored. And I use that to line up, like, where everything is. So that's why this camera always has to go on the tripod before I can move any of the furniture in place. Because I use the lens to set up a visual thing where I'm lining everything up so it's in the exact same place. But, again, less than a half hour now. So, say, see you after D&D. Alright, so we finished the D&D. Mm-hmm. While we were in the middle of it, I realized I didn't eat today. like my stomach just starts growling. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to do like breakfast, because like I'd had to sleep extra in order to get enough sleep. So I was like, oh no. So are we doing food?
Sure, where you want to go?
I don't know.
I'll be cool with Applebee's.
Works for me. Otherwise, we improvised the whole time, and we got them ending as they are basically arriving to a place where I now get to prepare, like, what on earth is on this island that I put the tower marker on.
Probably mermaids.
There are no mermaids.
Yeah, I was purposely not asking what was there, like anybody in the game, because I assumed you didn't know. When you started describing things,
I have a few ideas.
Maybe you know.
I have a few ideas.
Like
I have concepts not fleshed out is kind of the idea.
Cool.
And that's what I have for a lot of things, is a rough concept, and I just haven't fleshed it out yet. I'll flesh it out before you get there. And headed into Applebee's. Man, that's kind of a beautiful sky, isn't it? And I decided this time to go with the sample platter because
Weird.
I was just tired of my usual sample platter, so I went with a sample platter instead. So I figured out what the best thing on the menu is. And I'm just going to eat it while they have it because they change their menu like every 3 months. So who knows if I'll be here next time. So that was fun, time with family, but it is sleeting or snowing or whatever. It is foul weather and cold. I'ma get home. And back home. I suppose I need to take the table and put it in a position for tomorrow's game, because more D&D tomorrow. Though, as we didn't have any like Dwarven Forge setups or anything, there's not a whole lot of cleanup to do. So, you know, just a few books and such. A couple folders. And so I have my Stream Deck here, which actually just plugs in right here now. So I can unplug it. And then on the diagonal corner, right here, is another cable. So now I have unplugged both ends because I got the new cable going under there. And at 6.5 feet, it's maybe 2 inches longer than is required. Basically a perfect size to go from corner to corner for me to be able to hook it up like that. So I just plug in the USBs on both ends and I can put it where I need it. And disconnect it when I don't. For example, tomorrow for D&D I don't need it because I play the Sunday game, New Divines, in front of the computer, so I can just click where I need. I don't need the Stream Deck. I'm right there looking at OBS the whole time, so I just click where I need. But yeah, so I got that hooked up, and now that I have it in, I might want to run a couple extra hooks so it's doesn't move as much, but for the most part, it turned out pretty perfect. Just basically just what I needed. Alright. So, I've got things pulled together for tomorrow. Books pulled out. Laptop set out. Table in place. Ready to play more D&D tomorrow. Oh yeah. But, I'm gonna get some rest tonight. Try and make sure I get to bed in a timely manner to give myself the best shot at getting a good night's rest. Like I said, I've had a few days over the last week, couple days so far, that I just haven't slept great. I don't know. A little concerning, but oh well. Hopefully it gets better. I'm gonna say goodnight though. Thank you for joining me and join me as my journey continues.